What's good, guys? Prince Sports here, coming at you with another one. Now, I want to talk to you about something that's a little bit trending right now, okay? A lot of guys are bringing up this topic, and it's a what if, or basically a debate of superstars, okay? Now, what if Michael Jordan and Shaquille O'Neal was on the same team? Okay, both of these guys on the same team. And let's say these guys was drafted to the same team. They came there, both drafted to the team, and they both became what they were, right? Shaq, one of the greatest centers of all time. Michael Jordan, known as the GOAT of all time. All right, now, even guys like a Skip Bayless, all right, and several other people that cover sports, they say Shaq and Jordan would go on to win multiple championships. And I agree with them. If you pair Shaq in his prime, remember, Shaq was great from 1992 to 2002, roughly. He really had a 10-year gap when he was really good. Outside of that 10-year gap is when you get old, role-playing style Shaq, okay? But greatest center in the world, he had that 10-year gap. Now imagine if he was drafted to the Bulls, all right? Jordan was drafted to the Bulls, and they spent both of their prime playing with each other. Those two would have been arguably the greatest duo in basketball history. I think they would have went off to win like 5 championships in a row. Now, if you pit those guys up against LeBron James and Kevin Durant. Now, LeBron and Kevin Durant are a good duo. On paper, they could cover multiple positions. On paper, they seem like a recipe for success. But both of these guys have had questionable moments in their career. Okay? Both of them had questionable moments in their career. They both had moments in their career where they flamed out. All right? I think this would be a good duo, but there's nothing you could convince me to tell me that this group, this duo, won't underachieve. I think they'll win championships, but they will lose some, and it won't be a dominant force like Mike and Shaq would be. All right? For the simple fact, LeBron will probably go into a mode where he's extra passive, not as aggressive. KD will probably be willing to try to let LeBron James be the alpha and the closer, and LeBron will be failing to close. And Kevin Durant himself, same guy that blew a 3-1 lead, playing with another all-star Westbrook, I could see him getting in his feelings and disappearing. But you can't sit there and say that that duo won't be great. I think they will be good. I think they could win 2 championships or something if you build the right team around them. But if both of those two guys was drafted together, I think they'll spend a lot of seasons losing. And they probably will win like a 2-peat. But I see more flaws in both of them than I see Mike and Kobe. I mean, Mike and Shaq. Mike and Shaq is similar to Kobe and Shaq. And Kobe and Shaq 3-peated. Right? Now, if you take Kobe off and you replace Kobe with Michael Jordan, okay? The greatest 2-guard of all time. The greatest NBA player of all time. For most people. And you pair him up with Shaq, and he doesn't lose any years. He's in his prime with Jordan. Man, it'll be more devastating than Shaq and Kobe. Remember, Kobe came into the game when Shaq was already on the Lakers. But Shaq spent 4 years playing NBA basketball already. All right? So he was losing to Hakeem and all these other dudes. But when Kobe came along, Kobe still had to somewhat develop too. All right? But Mike was almost a finished product out the gate. Mike coming to the NBA was already devastating for most NBA teams. That's how great he was. All right? He came into the game being explosive, dominant, dropping buckets. Okay? Guy shot over 50% in his rookie season, if I'm not mistaken. All right? Shaq dominant out the gate, was already called a top 50 player of all time in 1992, the same year that he got drafted in. That's why he was they was making all this hype by him being on the Dream Team for 1992. All right, but there's no doubt in my mind, Shaq and Jordan would have been the greatest duo in NBA history. And you can say what you want. Jordan respects Scottie Pippen now, but Scottie Pippen is a Robin. There always will be a Robin. Okay? And keep this in mind. Wow, somebody yelling like crazy next door. They're watching a football game. Keep this in mind. Shaq, Jordan, man, just think. You will have the most dominant and one of the best closers in NBA history, all on one team. It'd be something amazing to watch. And this would be Jordan's first time ever where he had to be challenged for alpha status, because Shaq is definitely an alpha franchise player. So him and Jordan being on the same team will bump heads. But one thing that they will do is consistently win, whether they bumping heads or not. Prince Sports out. Peace.